You know, there's just something right about hooking up with an old buddy and going out fishing. Hi, I'm Larry Ladowski with Midwest Outdoors, and today I'm fishing with an old buddy of mine, Justin Newkirk. We're down here on the Fox River in southern Wisconsin. We're gonna do some bass fishing. This guy's gonna show me how to catch some fish. Right, Justin?
I think we will.
All right.
We'll see if we can figure them out. Glad to be with you today.
Let's do it.
All right. Little guy.
We got him.
Right where he was supposed to be. Not a big one. Right along this rock, the undercut bank where the current sweeps along there. That's exactly, he read the script. Right where he's supposed to be. Nice little guy.
You were right. Hey, we got one. Not a big guy, but he'll do. Come here, buddy.
One thing about the river, you see all sizes. You know, there's a lot of those fish that run in that, 1 to 2 pound class, but
that was right on the rock.
yeah, typical. Right along the current edge.
And that's all I'm doing. So I'm just taking this plastic, rigged wacky style. It's on the new Berkley Fusion 19 hook series. Really sharp hooks. And what I'm doing is I'm just, there we go, just pitching right to the rock. Just pitching it right there. And in the river, there's current, so I'm just letting it drift right down with the current. On that last one, I just felt a tap, tap, tap. You wait a couple seconds and then you set the hook. You never want to set it right away especially on a wacky worm, because you want to let them take that worm into their mouth. There you go. Oh,
There's
nice jump.
We were just commenting how much this water has come down, and so makes sense that fish was out a little bit deeper. A little better one.
Oh, it inhaled it. Look at that, hook's way down there. Got him. Oh, yeah, coming up.
There you go.
Yeah!
So Larry, we've been talking about, what to look for on these rivers. The water's come down a little bit, but it seems pretty consistent where we got most of these bites that the current channel is hitting the bank and there's rock and some wood mixed in. But it really seems like the key has been the rock. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, we'd throw it in the weeds and we're not really catching anything, but as soon as we hit a rocky shoreline, where the current, as you mentioned, is saying, a lot of people spend a lot of time fishing rivers, and, you could see right behind us. I mean, they pretty much look similar if you look at it down the road there. But what the key is to pick your areas of where you're going to fish where your probabilities are going to be much higher, much greater to catch your fish. Usually that's on an interior bank. Right. So where the current is moving the bait fish, where it's moving all the food, where it's moving all the forage, that's where these bass are hanging out trying to ambush bait coming down the river.
If you're not used to fishing a river, an easy way to find that stuff if it's new to you is the bank will be cleared out. You'll see this long run of weeds, and then there'll be a cleared out section because the weeds can't grow in that current. It, essentially, sweeps them out. And so that's an easy way to figure those spots out if you're new to the river. Well, Larry, we just looked at this bank and said, here we go, we got more rock where the current channel hits the bank and first cast. So they're, boy.
Definitely the pattern has set, huh?
Yes, I don't know if you can see that, boy, these fish, in this river system, they just don't get a lot of pressure. And this is a hard area to navigate through, but it's definitely worth the while. A lot of these area lakes and stuff get so crowded this time of year, and this gives you some sanctuary, some areas to get away from the crowds. The fishing, we're not catching a lot of big ones, but we're getting quite a few bites, so it's been a really good day that way. That one I saw come right off the bank and eat it. It feels like a little better fish. Oh, not bad.
There you go.
Not bad. Pretty consistent, again, just like what we've been talking about, not so much the rock here, but the current hitting the bank and the depth change. That's the big thing. The boat's we're only a boat length out from the shore, and it's 5 feet deep. Most of this river we've been navigating through has been 2 foot and somewhat less. So that's another big key, is that little bit deeper water, especially when you have low water conditions like that, gonna make all the difference in the world. I think every fish we've caught has been in just that little bit deeper water too.
Yep. Can't be a bass.
That can't be a bass there. We're gonna get a river surprise here, I think. Let's hope it's a bass.
The
but-
river surprise, I like that. If it's a bass, it's a long bass.
It is a bass.
No, oh, whoa. Yeah.
There we go.
No, that's what
Wow.
we're looking for. We thought it was
Nice.
a pike.
Nice.
Both
So
of
they're-
us saw the tail of this thing and it was like, whoa, that can't be a bass.
Big ones do live here. And what I say, I look down at the locator and I'm like, it's 7
7
foot deep.
feet,
It's the
yeah.
deepest water we've seen. There ought to be some fish here. Next thing, I got a bite.
There we go.
Awesome.
Oh, that is terrific.
Nice fish.
We're gonna let you go so that more people can have fun catching you. And I want to thank you for an enjoyable day and evening.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming up here and joining me. It's been a
Folks,
blast.
Get out and do some river fishing. Use the tips that we told you about. You'll catch more fish. I'm Larry Ladowski, and Midwest Outdoors will be right back. We'll catch you later.